So okay, hold on, folks.
Shit.
We're live. And you got green tea on your nose. Okay, hold on, I gotta start it. Busted!
I can't wait to rewatch that after.
Super professional.
Hi guys! One of our bloopers. Hi!
Yeah, see? Somebody heard you.
Nice.
Hold on.
Okay, this is Mother Duck.
Hold on, folks.
We're just getting set up here.
I really, honestly, I never use that word.
Can we scoot over a little bit that way? Okay, there we go.
Here, let's get cozy. I'll go in the back.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, Jamaica in the house.
Oh,
That was
Bella.
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 It's okay. Hey, honey.
Nobody was meant to know that she was here.
It's okay. Hey.
It's okay.
Belly.
It's okay, we're very professional here.
Everybody's like, what's going on?
Okay, I'm gonna take her out. Excuse me for a minute. Come on then.
Okay, so,
Well, welcome to our first TBH. TBH,
And we start
to
with
be
a
honest,
blooper.
we weren't ready.
We should have never pressed live.
Oh gosh.
It's fine, it's fine.
It's fine. So those of you who haven't seen, we want to start doing a weekly little feed here, and we had posted an email address, tbh.uglyduckling@gmail.com, and that's our To Be Honest. And what we want to do is address some questions or issues that people have and just give some really honest feedback, because we do feel that there
Is a lack of knowledge or just regarding misconception maybe.
And it's not to say that we know everything and that we think we know the answer to everything. It's just that
we mostly do though.
well, there may be one or two things that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Right.
Just kidding.
Maybe one. No.
But seriously, like, we're not to say that we know everything, but we just want to give our input
Absolutely.
on certain things and maybe help answer some questions for some people who may not have anybody to talk to or ask.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So to be honest, we actually didn't get any emails this
Well, but in fair, when did we put it out? When did we put the
Yeah, but you know what? I thought
week.
fine.
It's a new idea, and a lot of people probably don't really understand what our concept is here. So, what's this? I'm a nail technician.
I'm a nail technician apprentice. Any general advice?
Yes. I would have to say, as a new nail tech, the most important thing, because I find that there's a lot of times people will get kind of in a place where they get stuck or maybe they lose motivation, just to kind of push forward. And all my advice and Natasha's advice, I know because we educate, and the most important thing is to never give up. And practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the more you're going to get better at your skill and feel more confident in what you're doing. So just keep pushing through it and find people that you can surround yourself with that can help you, mentor you, give you good advice, and that will support you to help you grow.
Yeah. And honestly, when I started nail school, I made a promise to myself that when I started, I was only going to do my own nails. And of course we practice a little bit on each other in class, but ever since nail school I've been doing my own nails, and I can maybe count like 5 times at most that somebody has done my nails, and I've been doing nails now for 10 years. And that is one of the best ways that you're going to practice. You're going to be able to feel how it feels when you're hand filing or when you're using your e-file, your application. You're going to be able to really get a good concept of how it's feeling for your client and kind of troubleshoot on yourself too.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if I can say something too, one thing I hear a lot from people is they're worried about their time. Don't be worried about your time. Don't be worried about how long it takes you. Worry about the kind of job you're doing. Do the best job that you can do, and the time will come naturally. 100%. It will fall off. And like Christina says, practice. Even as experienced nail techs, and pretty sure most nail techs would agree. If you take a week off of work, if you're that lucky, or 2 even, and come back to the table, that first day it's getting into the rhythm again. So if you're only doing nails and practicing once a week, you will never get your time down. You really, even if you can use practice hands, get your friends, practice on anybody you can.
It's consistency. That's all it is. It's consistency.
Sorry,
for sure.
Technical difficulties.
No, that's okay.
We've got a little spot there for a plug.
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna
for our
move.
sign right there.
Is that better?
That's going to be our new sign, but wasn't that any time. We didn't want to hold up.
So
now I see something.
Hold on, folks. Hold on.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm working so hard and I get discouraged and then sorry, I don't have my glasses on.
I luckily work at a great spa, and my sponsor does sometimes make me focus on how long I take. I will. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The time will come naturally. Just do a good job.
Right.
And the other thing, as far as time goes, that I think, obviously we want to treat our clients really well, make them feel welcome and all of that. Just remember, the more you enter into full-on conversation, the longer it's going to take.
For sure. Totally. Yeah. I'm guilty of that all the time. My boyfriend always used to make fun of me because he'd stop in and say hi and talk to all my clients and stuff, and he'd notice that I would kind of stop working and I wouldn't even realize, right? So all work would stop process and I'd be sitting there listening and using my hands to talk, and then I'm like, oh, right, I'm working.
So I saw a good question earlier. Someone had asked about what is better, gel or acrylic. So this might be a great.
It's funny that you asked that.
Oh, did somebody ask that?
Yes,
just
a little bit earlier.
We're going to address that today. Yeah.
So the differences between gel and acrylic, because I know there's a lot of like the same misconception on both gel and acrylic and what's better, and basically myths and facts that we want to cover and give you guys information on the two systems and what the differences are. So Yvonne, would you like to start with that?
Oh, thanks. The reason we didn't address this today is we weren't really prepared, to be honest. But I know that's one thing, because I was born and raised on acrylic almost 40 years ago. And I hear a lot in the industry, and people, especially these days, I'm hearing all the time, oh, I want gel because it's vegan and it's organic and it won't hurt my nails and it's healthier for you than acrylic. And so poor old little acrylic gets left in kind of on the back burner, when in reality, your ingredients between the two are not that dissimilar. What's going to make the difference between whether it's gel or acrylic, honestly, is your technician. And you'll find some, like we all do both gel and acrylic and love them both and use them depending on our mood and what we're doing at the time and what the client wants. It's not the product that's going to damage your nails. It's not the product that you have to worry about as far as being ventilated and wearing a mask and looking after yourself using common sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and honestly, a big part of it too comes down to removal of the product.
100%.
People always say, oh, acrylic ruined my nails. Well, we can tell as trained professionals when somebody comes in and they've picked their nails off. You can see layers of the keratin peeled off. Like, we can tell, and that's a huge misconception that almost, it kind of irks me.
That happens with gel too.
For sure.
It happens with gel and acrylic.
Either or. So people will say, oh, well, the product ruined my nails. And then we say, well, how did you remove them? Well, I picked them off.
We even had somebody say that you could eat your gel. That
out of the pot.
That you can eat it out of the pot. That gel's organic and you can eat it out of the pot. I'm here to tell you that would not be a good idea. Please don't eat your gel out of your pot. I don't care how hungry you are.
Even just a snack? Not even just a snack?
No snacks. No snacks.
And it comes down to, I'll tell you guys a quick story. When I was doing my nails once, I always do acrylic. Natasha and I, we love our acrylic. But we have recently found a new love for gel. Absolutely. And I was doing my nails one night and I made a big mistake on my application. I wasn't happy, so I needed to remove it. So I took my nails off, filed it off, and I decided to do gel on my hands instead. So on the opposite hand that I didn't do, I did gel. Everything was good. I cured. Everything was awesome. As soon as I put gel on my opposite hand, the one that I took the acrylic off, every single nail burned in the lamp. I had the heat spike. I felt the sensitivity. And it was because, for one, I overfiled my natural nail, with taking off all that kind of stuff. And I'm already sensitive as it is. So it just goes to show you that when... I know, but 5 fingers, I felt every single one have a little bit of a heat spike, and the other one, nothing. So it really also comes down to the health of the natural nail. And everyone is different. So sometimes it's easy for us to blame gel or acrylic for certain things, but it really comes down to, I think, the foundation that you're working on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Sorry, I'm...
Tasha just wants to get closer to you guys.
Technical difficulties.
Steal the show.
I'm sorry. All the see, there was comments on Facebook and they weren't being shown. Hi, everybody watching on Facebook. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. Don't blame it on me, okay?
I forgot my glasses, so
That's
I can't
okay.
hear anything.
I think we had a question about something regarding how you can... Regarding, I think, foot fungus, it came up, and how you would deal with certain things with clients. I think the best thing to do is to remain professional and tactful. And if you're not feeling comfortable with performing a service on someone, depending on how your state board is and the rules and regulations, you just need to be honest, basically. There you go. Just be honest, and your clients should respect you for that, because if you're not feeling comfortable and you don't want to perform a service that you could cause further complications or whatever, we're not doctors, right? We're nail technicians, and we, perform the cosmetic end of it. So to be safe and responsible, refer them to a doctor or...
Are you talking about hands or feet?
Both.
Both.
You both. Yeah.
I mean, who would want to do feet anyways?
Wow.
Me.
The biggest thing we want to remember too, like Christina says, we're not doctors, so we can't actually say to somebody, yeah, you have a fungus, I can't perform a service on you. What you can say is, it looks to me like you may have some sort of something. Yeah, but you can't say for sure.
You got something funky.
You got something's going on those feet.
I ain't touching it.
Basically, okay, Yvonne.
This one,
basically what I'm trying to say is we can't diagnose somebody. You can just refer them to their doctor. Is that better?
That's very good.
It's beautiful.
Hi, Amy. I saw Amy.
It's Shannon. It's Shannon.
Oh, is it Shannon?
The Shannon. Carrie Nicholson.
Oh,
I've been loving acrylic lately. Are you, as you can tell from my last few orders? Yes, and I laughed at your little note that you left us on your last order. I have to show Christina. It's pretty cute. How do you stop yourself from getting stressed out? For example, if you're running over and your next client is waiting.
Good question. It happened to me the other day, and I will be honest.
To be honest.
You know what? The thing is most of the time for me, if I'm running behind, it's my own fault. And that's a thing when Yvonne said, if you take time off work for a week or you're away from the table, you might be a little bit slower getting back into it. And I personally find that happens to me all the time. And certain clients it happens for certain clients more than others. So you know what? The best thing is just to work great. Don't stress out, because as soon as you stress out, it's going to compromise your work, and then you're probably going to get flustered, which is going to take longer. And just, let your clients know, I'm really sorry, I'm falling behind today.
I guess
what do you do?
Well, it depends if it's going to be behind for the client after that. If it's continual, and you get a hold of your client and let them know, then that's always a good thing too.
Absolutely.
I guess the big thing is off the bat is not to overbook yourself. For me, when I used to book years ago, I would book every hour knowing that it took me 45 or 50 minutes. So I always had 10 or 15 minutes give time, and I would have that time if I wanted to get up and stretch and move around a little bit.
Totally.
And also, I guess maybe putting a little note on your desk, letting your clients know that if they arrive late and if it's past a certain amount of time, like I would ask them to come 10 minutes early if they can, because then usually they'll get there. You want to be starting them on time.
Yes.
But if if they're there after 10 minutes, or depending on how close you book, you can't do them. You have to rebook them.
For me, I saw a message there with my name on it too. I'll check my phone after. We're just using my phone for Instagram, so whoever someone said something. For me, when I see my clients, usually if they're more than between 10 to 15 minutes late, then they'll get a backfill. They won't get an art change or anything like that. And if I'm doing gel polish, then it might just be a backfill with a really like sheer color or something like that. Nothing too extravagant.
Just a clear no color.
Just a clear no color. Because it's not fair. It's not fair to your other clients too, who have come early or on time, and then to put them behind. But if it's my own doing, then I just beg for forgiveness.
Absolutely. And I think it comes down to setting policies and sticking with them, because Natasha just said she would have to cut down on certain things, but she shouldn't be paid less, I don't think, if they were booked in for a certain time for an art fill, for example, and then you just go down.
But what about if it's just taking you longer?
Fair enough.
If it's just taking you longer, then you trust that your clients love you and you look after them, and I think most of the time they're pretty good. Yeah, and if you find that it's happening consistently, then you need to book yourself a little more time.
Yes, absolutely.
I actually, when I first started in the salon, I was booking every hour and a half, and then as time went on, I realized, you know what, it's not fair to me, and it's not fair to my clients for me to be rushed all the time. So then I started booking myself 2 hours, whether they were getting a French fill, which sometimes would only take me an hour and a half, or an art fill. And yeah, so just allowing yourself that time. If you need to book more time, book more time.
Are we getting a store soon in Canada?
Wendy!
Yvonne's
mom! Are you getting a store
soon in Canada? We are based in Canada, but having a storefront, we have distributors in Canada. So we have Purple Beauty and Can West Beauty and Kenco Beauty and Nail District and Euro Beauty, Premier Beauty Supplies. So we have several people who carry our products in Canada if you want a storefront to walk into. But we do all of our stuff online, and we do ship internationally every day.
Every day, 5 days a week.
Yeah, not every day, 5 days a week.
So, and that's another thing too. If you guys have more questions, anything that you guys
What?
That's not so bad.
We made an earthquake.
Did you see us drop?
Did you see the earthquake? That was weird.
I know. Yeah, it's grand that again.
I just wanted to butt in.
Hi. Amy's just butting in.
I just wanted to say
you want to come and sit in front of the camera?
I heard you guys talking about, I'm doing nails, I'm really busy. About like feeling comfortable and all that stuff. I think everyone should have a safe word with their client.
A what?
A safe word.
Safe word. Instead of like pineapple or something, you just yell it out when you're feeling like
Can you imagine sitting there and there's like tension, all of a sudden you're like, pineapple!
They're like, it's fine, it's okay.
Or you can just start crying.
I've done that.
oh my goodness.
Okay.
Shoot. Okay,
Yes.
so like Christina was saying,
Any further questions that you guys have that you guys want us to answer, we are doing this every
Friday afternoon at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So you'll have to figure out your time zone.
Just after 3 here now.
Yeah.
So is it like 3:15?
And we're going to come on for about 15-20 minutes to answer the questions that we received through our email, which is tbh at Did I mess up?
Yeah.
tbh.uglyduckling.
What did I say?
You said at ugly duckling.
Oh, sorry. What she said.
tbh.uglyduckling@gmail.com.
So to be honest.
To be honest.
Priscilla!
Oh, there's our Priscilla.
Home Diva, one of our ambassadors.
We miss you. So please let us know for anything that you guys want to know from us. Pick our brains.
Yeah.
Not to say that we'll answer every question every week, but we're going to keep a stockpile, and we are going to get to them
Absolutely.
1 week at a time.
We got some big things brewing for the new year.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But we're not going to say what, but we like to give you a little something to drive you nuts.
Yvonne, like, she's like,
you just opened up a can of worms.
It's like she's watching a tennis game. She's like,
what are you talking about? I'm trying to read the comments.
She's like this.
what does that say? Excuse me.
Okay, we're crazy. You haven't already
Okay,
noticed.
it's
fine.
afternoon. It's usually, and we
You know, actually, I was just saying it would be kind of funny if we had little head cameras and we went around all day wearing our little head cameras and we were like those, you know, the live TV shows. When
Yes,
reality and Ugly Duckling.
Would you guys like to see that? Let us know your thoughts.
It would actually be a little bit comical.
There was one question I just saw. Kaylee Lee, I think your name is. Sorry, your name's gone. But you asked about colored acrylic. We have colored acrylic. We have over
Seven something.
Over-
knows what.
over 90
colors.
Over 90 colors of colored acrylic. They're on the website. So if you're not registered, you can email us at register.uglyduckling@gmail.com.
No contact, sorry, no register.
Oh my gosh, I messed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Contact.uglyduckling.
Take two.
Take two. Contact.uglyduckling@gmail.com to register.
And our colored acrylics, the swatches that are on there are actual photos of the colors. We're working on, Christicle's working on getting some beautiful French tips of all the colors, and it looks great.
Just takes time, so bear with me.
We've got a lot of things we're working on and getting things in line.
Yes.
This is the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
You got it.
with that, join us next week, I guess, hey?
You got her.
3 p.m. Pacific.
Thanks for joining
Thank
us.
you,
Thank you.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next week.